And a very good evening all, and welcome to Easy Live Extra. So I forgot to put the extra in the logo in the middle of the screen. I am Tom Mosley, one of the UK&I evangelists for Microsoft, and I am joined by the wonderful Lawrence from the HP training team. Good evening, Lawrence. How are you?
Good evening, Tom. I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm not too bad. I'm looking a little bit blurry, but
Yes.
I'm looking
Yeah,
good. So,
few technical issues with bandwidth and all those sort of bits and pieces, but it can never go swimmingly right. It can never go
no,
100% right all the time.
no. Uh, Better to keep us on the toes, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's we will wait and see. We're kind of, I think it's a little bit jittery on the live video, so I can only apologise for that. But hopefully you can still hear Lawrence as clearly as I can hear him, so we can discuss some pretty awesome things. So what is the
Yes,
topic
pretty
tonight,
awesome.
Lawrence?
So the topic tonight is all about. Let's carry on from the rest of the other streams you guys have had with us.
Hmm.
You've had us on with. Sorry. We move on to our last of our premium devices, the new HP Spectre 15 X360 that sits at the top of our nice ranges, should I say, ranges.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's great.
Um,
It's gonna be great. Great to talk about all Spectre. So that'd be good.
yeah, I think when I used to do, for people that don't know, my previous role was within HP alongside Lawrence. So it's a Spectre was an amazing device that I loved using. So I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing what new things are coming to the range and all those bits and pieces. But before we jump into a few things, we have Games Guru and King Alfie who have hosted us over on Mixer. It is a huge appreciation. Spreading the word of ExpertZone Live is always appreciated. And we've had Dagger Cass with the 100 Sparks with the hype sticker. So thank you very much for that. And as well as having Lawrence over on the video side, you can just about make him out. We also have Shaq, who is one of the other members of the HP training team, down in chat. If you have any questions throughout the stream, one of these guys will be able to answer for you, which is pretty cool. Getting double HP tonight, which is
Double.
double HP. Not a bad thing.
Double
Not a
HP.
bad thing at all.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, I think without further ado, I think I'm super excited to find out a little bit more about this machine. Guys, let us know in chat down below if this is a device that you can see yourself using, or are there any customers that you've spoken to in the past. And then when you get back into store, hopefully you'll be able to talk Spectre and talk HP with those customers. So let me switch across this source and move across into our your presentation. I was gonna say demo. That's because what the scene's called.
Because I wish I could demo the device. I wish I had the device on me. Not yet. Not yet. It's not yet.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
So Tom, you said this was one of your favorite devices when you were back when you
Back when
when
I
you were with
was,
HP.
yeah, it was probably one of
Well,
my like most used devices. It
yeah.
was part of like my work device kit and all those bits and pieces as well. So it was something that I used day in day out. And there was so many things about kind of the design was like the biggest thing for me. And I think while I was there, we had a new design come out, and I was like, I need this device. But it was always nice to be able to see them in store and talk to customers about them and all those bits and pieces. So it's yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of seeing what's new, so I can probably get a little bit more excited as well. So if I
Yeah,
just if I start squealing in the corner, it's because you're announcing good things.
So if I need to take my headset off because you get
Yeah,
too loud, too high
I'll warn
pitch,
you. I'll warn you.
you'll warn me. Warn me. I mean, you are going to be surprised. I mean, it has changed quite a lot.
Hmm.
And especially when I start talking about the design of it, it has become a massive change compared to the old one. Not as bulky as the old one used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's take the one. I mean, there is already in the picture
Yeah.
with a nice little modeling it off and a lap. But the HP Spectre 15H360 is part of our whole Spectre range,
Hmm.
and that consists of just one other device, to be fair. And it pretty much is. It was out before the 15-inch version of it, and it is just the 13-inch X360.
Okay.
And the real difference between it really is the size.
Hmm.
It's just a 13-inch compared to the new one, which is a 15-inch with a
Okay.
couple of different features, different offerings.
Yep.
And if you pull up the 15-inch next to it, you can see it's got similar colours. There's the nice dark Nightfall Black. Sorry, or go for its old name there, Nightfall Black, which is the more common colour. But the Spectre 13-inch comes in two others. There's the natural silver and that Poseidon blue, which are all both nice colours. But the 15-inch, purely in that Nightfall Black. Have you got a favourite colour? Have you got a favourite colour that you like?
It was definitely the thing back in my day. It was the dark ash, which I had and loved, and obviously I understand you've changed the name now of that colour. When the Poseidon blue came out, I wasn't really 100% sure about it, and the more and more I saw of it, I was like, actually, I think I prefer it. But it does have really nice, like, subtle kind of gleam to it, which was really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice blue. I think it's not too in your face blue, which some blues can be. It's not the HP blue. If that was it was covering that bright blue. But yeah, Poseidon blue is one of my favorite. The silver one is a new edition. That's brand that has also been edition. But silver is quite a common color you find in our laptops. But we just brought that in to add to it, 13-inch. But the Spectre 15 sits in that Nightfall Black. Even I'm saying that dark actually. Nightfall Black. That copper surround. But here it is in complete 360. I'm just looking at it. It has those four modes: the tent, stand, tablet, and just laptop mode, which are all useful modes. My favorite mode is tablet mode because it means I can just look at it, watch some TV, browse the internet dead easily, all through that mode. And then you can also use the pen and draw on it because the Spectre 15-inch X360, like all our Spectres, come with the pen in the box as standard, which I'll talk about in a little bit.
And we've had Dave Atkins in chat actually just quickly say HP have always been spot on with their PC tech. I remember discovering them back during the Gateway days, and his mum got their first PC in the Gateway store. And then Shaq going Gateway. Now that's a blast from the past. So it's.
I think I'm missing out what the Gateway is. I mean, I feel like Gateway sounds like some sort of what's the word? What's on head? Like some sort of secret,
underground
group.
And Jamie Maxwell saying, "I do love the look of the machine." And yeah, I think straight away the new design is like the kind of gem cut design, as you've said, is phenomenal. And as you've pointed out, it's an X360, so you can use it in a multitude of different ways, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's that is 360 is such a great feature, really, because you get to that work aspect. Obviously, we use your laptop for probably a lot of the time, but then you've also got the entertainment feature, like the tablet mode and the stand mode and the tent mode, so you can watch TV and watch movies. I always say TV, watch movies, and do whatever you like at the moment on your device. But it's a wonderful device. Also,
no, I was about to say I used tent mode when I was cooking in the kitchen. So I'd have like either the recipe or like a streaming service on there, so I could kind of watch movies while I was cooking. So that was like my probably most used mode outside of the standard laptop.
Yeah, it is a great mode. I mean, someone else was suggesting me the other day you could use stand mode's quite good, because stand mode's the one that I'm always a bit wary about, because I'm like, nah, keyboard down. I'm always a bit weird, but we've got the little legs on it so it doesn't touch the side. But putting it on a shelf and having it hang down is a good way of using stand mode, that's quite a good idea. Never wondered about that. Always wondered about that. But
Dave Atkins saying, "Hey, he's not part of the Illuminati. Don't accuse him of that." Well, that's what someone in the Illuminati would say, Dave.
I know. Have you got? Is it like a ring? Is it a ring they wear or something? Or they've got some sort of
jewelry of some sort.
Jewelry or something. Yeah, keep them out. But so the Spectre, like I said, sits at the top. Sits right at the top of our range. Above all the Envies, the Pavilions, the HPs, and the Stream, all running down the range, and it sits at that top. It's our most premium device. This one device is all about that quality, high quality. So people who buy this device will also want to show it off. I mean, just by looking at 360, as you already said, it looks so premium. It looks with that edge cut design. It looks so nice. And that's also what these customers like. They want to show it off. When they get it out in front of people, put it on a desk or, in an office or in a meeting, they want people to go, "Ooh, wow, that's a great looking device.
That's a sexy looking device."
Yeah, it's an exotic device. They want to be able to, you could strike up conversations for them. That's what they sort of want to look for in that device.
For me, I always reference like the coffee shop mentality. It's going to a coffee shop and working from there when we can. But actually putting it out your bag and working on it, you kind of can see people looking at the device, and it's like, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, I'm showing stuff. It's just, yeah.
I'm not actually
Yeah.
doing any work. Just look at my device.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm not. It's just open on the browser on the desktop. I'm not doing anything. Show it off. But when I talk about the specs in a bit, you'll soon find that we've also aimed towards sort of those people who need a bit more power behind their device as well. They want a balance between that CPU and the GPU, so you get dedicated graphics in this device.
Sure.
So it's sort of perfect for those recreational photographers. There's
Yep.
amateur level people, but then you can also throw a bit more powerful programs at it as well. I mean, are you a bit of a creative person?
No,
Tom?
I do a fair amount of video editing. So like kind
Yeah,
of light video editing, nothing major. But it's
yeah,
whether that's pulling gaming clips together or one of the other things that we do during the week, our video cast. I kind of edit all that together, so pulling a lot of videos and putting them into one. So yeah, some light video editing, I would say I do.
yeah. I mean, so this sort of thing that sort of idea. It's there's light users. There's people want to do bit creation, mixture of creation, but TV and entertainment, which you do because I mean you work. Obviously, you're doing all this
Yeah,
Microsoft, all the Microsoft live streams and all that. So you work at the same time, and
yeah,
you also be productive as well. So that's sort of
absolutely.
the aim of that customer. But they want to show it off, which of
Yeah,
course, what we just said, it's what you want to do with this device.
yeah.
So we split our this device sort of into three sort of pillars. There's
Mhm.
our perform powerfully, which is all about performance, binge brilliantly, which is all about design and that screen, and then be you confidently in security. So it's all about security, because obviously that's nowadays is even more important, especially if we just aim this device for those people who do a lot of work traveling around a bit as well. They care about the security as well. Don't want people spying on them or
Of
seeing what
course
they're
not.
doing in some circumstances. Even though you want to show your device off, you don't want to show off what you're doing on that
Yeah,
device. So, but let's jump into that perform perfectly. So I said already, it's got high. It's spec wise, it's top notch. So we've got that 10th gen Intel processor, which is obviously the newest and top end processors from them, all the way up to i7 in this device. We've
very
got
nice.
dedicated graphics, so you have an option. You can get that Intel Iris Plus, which is the Intel's newer version of their integrated graphics system. But you also get, or some device models, that GeForce 1650 graphics card, which you can throw a lot of out at that. To be fair, on this
Yeah,
device,
like it sounds like, as I was saying, like I do quite a lot of video editing, so this could
yeah,
actually sound like a really good device. Obviously, i7 10th gen with your dedicated graphics as well. Sounds pretty perfect.
yeah. For that video editing, you probably wouldn't struggle with anything really. What you
Yeah,
start, to be honest, not unless you started doing that really
yeah.
heavy tasks. Will battery life we have up there, but we'll say it's 8.75 hours, because you'll find out in a minute. There's a reason for this battery life, but also there's also that HP fast charge, which is a staple of all our premium devices. Which is just a great feature. I mean, it always amazes me that you can get sort of 50% battery life in 30 minutes
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
90% in 90 minutes when switched off. So just thinking about that, like within like half an hour, you could easily have sort of 4 or 5 hour battery life easily, and that's enough to get you going for the day.
Yeah, there's so
Really.
many times when I woke up in the morning and like it was kind of before lockdown, and I was going to the office, and I'd be like, "Oh no, I didn't charge my device last night." So kind of while I'm getting myself ready, I'll stick it on charge, and that would be an amazing benefit. So in that
Yeah.
half an hour, while I'm getting myself ready for the day, I've got that bump start to allow me to continue on.
Yeah, it just if you just forget to plug it in, it's just such a great thing. We've also got HP Command Center, so this is all about controlling your PC and getting it to work the way you want it to work and perform at the best performance, which I've got a little bit on a bit about in a bit. And then, like I said already, this is all about for those tech people, those ones who want power, they want to show it off.
Hmm.
We aim towards that. I always like these idea of the older Gen Z and millennials. I think I'm just in the bracket of Gen Z, just about the older
Yeah,
end of
if I'm
Gen.
being really honest, I have no idea what those demographics are. I can never work out where I sit. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, millennials. It's like from 1999, 1998 or something like that. So
Okay.
millennium, it's just like slightly before the millennium, a little bit, and then Gen Z is all that time before that. So I fall into that bit. Thank goodness, just about. But then I think it's like as you go into the 80s where that's where it sort of loses track. But they know about the device. They want this device. They want it. Everything that's in this device they will use. That's the idea behind it.
So guys, let us know in chat like what different types of customers that you've spoken to, whether that be kind of the online chats or customers that you've spoken to in the past. Are there any customers that you feel this device would fit perfectly, let us know below, and we can kind of cross-reference them and see what type of customers we've got coming.
Yeah, because there's, I mean, I'll talk about we have a recommended customer, but there's always so many customers we forget about that could possibly want this device and be perfect for them. Because there's so many different customer types. I mean, I've already mentioned this. To be fair, I've already mentioned about how it can be used for that photo editing, video remastering, creating content, just piecing things together. It's just perfect for this device. It wouldn't struggle with anything you throw at it.
Good to know.
With that though, of course, with that dedicated graphics card, that 10th gen processor, i7 processor, it can give off a little bit of heat, and that is probably one of the worst things sometimes about some laptops. It just gets a bit too hot. You don't want it to get hot, especially if you're traveling around quite a lot. And you got to sit with it on your lap. You're sitting on a train. You don't have the table in front of you. Put it on your lap. You don't want to get too hot while there. So HP have worked really hard on this, and they've basically done so much to try and disperse the heat and enhance the thermal design. So first up, we've got holes behind that keyboard, little holes. You can't see them. I should probably make that clear. It's not like massive holes in there. Like someone's gone around with a pin and like hit or nail and hit holes in it, shall I say? They're all hidden right where the CPU and GPU are, which give off the most heat.
Okay.
And then we've also put graphite in the bottom, so that absorbs and disperses that heat out of the laptop and tries to keep it cool.
Fancy.
I know, really fancy. So I'm amazed at those holes, because by the look of this image, it makes like the holes are really obvious, but they're not.
So are they actually on the keys, or are they underneath the keys, or? They're
slightly, they are slightly in the keys, but most of it's under the keys. So because our keyboards are really quite sealed, there's no gap, so the holes are there, but you can't really see them too much.
Okay, that's cool.
Which is good.
It's something that you wouldn't necessarily think about to create more airflow. A lot of companies will put them like round the edges, or more fans underneath, or more holes underneath, but you've got a whole surface there where you can actually get more airflow, which is cool.
Yeah. And if you can make it so you can't see them, it makes it even better, doesn't it? Because you don't want to. Well, this again, it's all about design.
Yes.
You don't want to ruin that beautiful look. And like you already just mentioned, to be fair, we still have big air vents on the side, blast out that hot air as well, and a fan at the bottom to pump in that cool air and disperse it. We've increased the fan size on this, which is a little bit amazing when you're seeing a bit just how much we've actually made the device smaller.
How have you made the device smaller?
But we've put bigger fans in there. That's what it was about. You've seen a bit, Tom. Do you seen a bit, Tom?
Okay. I'll curb my enthusiasm. I'll curb my enthusiasm for now.
No. And then we've got that command center. So, Tom, I'm going to take you back from when you were at HP.
You're going to put me on the spot now, are you?
Yes. Command center is really important. There's two features. There's a new feature on it, and there's the original feature. It's all about performing that performance, that thermal profiling. Can you remember those thermal profiles that we've got?
Oh,
there's three of them. Three or four, depending on how you look at it.
So one HP recommended.
Yes.
Performance.
Yeah.
Comfort.
Yes.
And quiet.
Yes, quiet, cool. Yes, quiet, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How did I do?
Yeah. You got them spot on, to be fair. They are the 4 modes. So I'll show you in a second. Well, actually, I'll go back. Let's go to that slide first. So we've got that thermal profile. So this is all about that thermal management. So other than all those holes in the device, I shouldn't really say that. All those little inlets in the device. It sounds like it's going to leak or something. All those little inlets and those spaces and the graphite in the base to disperse that heat. We've also got this command center, which means you can, with a click of the button, control your thermal management. What this means is that you can optimize your device for what you're doing on your device. So there's performance mode, and as you probably guess from the name, it's all about performance. So it ramps up the speed of those fans. It gets louder. It's getting that cold air pumping in, so that the processor and graphics card can get hotter. When you're working harder, it gets rid of that heat, so it can keep working hard.
Amazing.
Which is great for those people who are doing that video editing like yourself, Tom. Doing as creative on the go, because they do need a bit more power than just going on the internet and web browsing. They need a lot more power. There's comfort mode, so when you're like I said, when you're sitting on the train and you might need to put it on your lap, you want it to keep it cool, so you can put it into comfort mode. It will yet again turn the fans on, but try and keep it cool, not as much ramping up that performance. And then there's quiet mode, which is in case you're in a quiet location like a library for when they're open, or you're in bed next to your other half and you need to do a bit of work because you're not being as productive as you should have been. Sometimes happens during your day, and then you need to do a little bit of work for the next day. Put it in quiet mode, and it just quieten down those fans so that there's no sort of audible sound, and it just gets a little bit hot because it gets those fans, but it's still working. And there's obviously HP recommended, which is the standard, sort of the standard mode you leave it in, which is good. I mean, it's really important. I mean, yeah, you could do all this. I mean, you probably know, Tom, you could probably go into your device and do this all yourself, but it's a lot of click of buttons. It's not just, not one click. This is just literally open command center, which there is now. Let me go back. And now a button for, which is a new thing on the Spectre 15s, now a button right above that backspace key. And just click that and open up. And then literally they click the button, put it in whichever mode you want, or the click of the button.
It's nice that you don't have to kind of search for it anymore. There's that button that you click and you're in it straight away.
Yes. Yeah. It's a lot easier now than having to type into search menus, type in command, which I always seem to spell wrong sometimes, and get it to pop up. But yeah, it's a great feature. But then we've also added an extra feature. So command center is found in our Envys and our Spectres in the past, and now we brought in Network Booster. Network Booster is sort of a great feature. I mean, at the moment, I'm thinking I wish I had that now. With me looking a little bit blurry. Make sure there's nothing in my background. I don't believe there was. Try to turn everything off. But this actually just enables you to sort of control what's using your internet in the background. So if you've got sort of loads of, like, I don't know, you've got things trying to download from your cloud while you're trying to obviously upload something, that will always cause issue and slow down your bandwidth. This gets you turn something off and turn it back on, all with a lot of ease. And we've also got multi-force built in as well, so you can actually have your Ethernet and Wi-Fi working together or doing different things. So you can
so you can kind of assign programs or applications or downloads to either hardwire or wireless.
Yeah. So if I don't know, if you wanted to watch a film while you're trying to download a massive file from the cloud, pick which one you want to do, which one you want to see better. Probably you want to watch the film better. So.
Oh, I've had a congratulations from Shaq going, well done for getting the command center questions right, Tom. All that was missing was the mic drop at the end. Because my mic's on a stand, so I kind of have to hold it up here and then like lower it down. There we go. There's your mic drop, Shaq.
Not as effective as
no, not quite.
What if you did try and drop your mic? Because then I suppose that would be the end of the stream.
let's not do that.
So let's talk about the design. This is obviously a big thing, is the design of this device, because the customers that like this device want to show it off, and they want it to look great and look amazing, look premium, look exotic, look sexy. Just look. I can't run out of words now. Just look. So good. But we've got a 4K display built on this display. So we have up to a 4K OLED display, to be fair, which is ridiculous. So the quality of image on this device is ridiculous, which is also perfect for those creative people who want to edit things on there, edit photos, edit videos, because you can see everything like it's real in real life. We've got custom tuned by the experts at Bang & Olufsen speakers in this device with Audio Boost 2.0, so you get great sound from tuned by Bang & Olufsen, but then you also get this audio boost that boosts the bass and doesn't distort the sound, which you don't really like. When you listen to bassy music, you don't want it to do it. And this is also with quad speakers as well, so that's all fitted in this device as well. Some quad speakers.
This gets better.
I know. We keep adding to this device every year. I'm wondering what we're going to do next, because that's to add. I'm worried. We've got the HP display controller as well. So I just mentioned about that 4K display. You can control the color accuracy on that screen for what your mood you're doing it. I'll show that in just a second. Anti-glare, because obviously working outside. I mean, when it was sunny.
Yeah, we've gone through summer now. There's no more summer in England.
That was our 2 weeks of sun for the year.
Yeah.
Now we're just full of rain as usual. But when you could work outside, I did it not too long ago. I worked outside. I was actually nothing to do with work. It was an entertainment feature. On a Sunday, I have a quiz with my friends. We have a sports quiz on Zoom, and we do. Outside, it was nice. I mean, I've been in the house all week doing work on my device, on my laptop, but I take it outside. And then I didn't have anti-glare on my screen. And I got that nice glare where I could barely see what was on the screen when someone was trying to present something. And I was like, yeah, this is the right angle. And just moving my head around. That's why you want anti-glare. because you
Very
don't
true.
want that to happen. You want to be able to see it on outdoor.
It's even like, as you
'Cause
say, like
it's
this
great.
is for creatives. So if you've got a photographer who is out on set, like, or even like filmmakers, they're going to be outside taking photos, shooting video, that they might want to edit that straight away, or at least see what it looks like. That anti-glare will come super useful for those type of creatives as well.
Yeah, they don't want to be sitting in a corner where they can't actually see what's happening properly.
Yeah.
We're trying to find the perfect screen, so the perfect light for their screen. So that's anti-glare, and of course it is near borderless. You could borderless,
Borderless.
borderless, which means that you just get that as much screen on that display on that part of the laptop as possible. There's barely an edge. You probably see there's barely any black around that screen. Only at the bottom, where our logo is, when it's attached to the keyboard, and at the top it's tiny now. There's a webcam up there. Believe me, there's a webcam. You'll see closer in a minute.
Okay.
There is a webcam. You can barely see it, but there is, and we fit it in with some ridiculous technology. I've already mentioned it. It's gem cut. Tom's mentioned it. I mentioned it because it's what's found on Spectre 13. It's all gem cut, all cut by a nice machine, and it just makes it sharp and angular. And it's ridiculous just how thin some of those edges are, but they're still so robust
Yeah.
and so strong. They're not going to sort of scrape off or anything. So it's a great nice looking device. It adds to that design.
That it does.
A nice little video like all about that edge display again, just how near borders it is. I mean, it is getting a lot. I mean, that video, that image there has an image black around the video as well, so that just adds to it. But it is ridiculously thin. And this is what we've done. So on the left, Tom, is probably the sort of the device you had just before you left.
Yes. Minus the gem cut.
Minus the gem cut, yeah, because you had the slightly just as it changed, didn't you? I think just before. And then on the right is our new device. So they are both still 15 inches. I want to get this in your head. They are still 15 inches, but just look how much of a difference and how much smaller the new device looks.
I'm actually gobsmacked at how much smaller it is. Because you think it's just that's a 13-inch on the right and a 15-inch on the left, but they're both 15 inches, and I can't believe you've managed to squeeze the screen still in there.
Yeah. We've raised the screen to body ratio, which is obviously the screen inside that body, to above 90%. Above 90%. I mean, if we get any higher, I'm going to wonder how they're going to attach the screen to the keyboard.
It will just be pure screen. Like webcam will be integrated into the screen. It's
oh, maybe your keys will be a screen as well. It's like a double.
Who knows? Time will tell.
No, yeah, but that is just ridiculous. I mean, you'll see some more images of this in a second. But how we made sort of the top part of the bezel, which used to be the thickest part, because that's where the webcam used to be, is by that we've made the webcam even smaller. We've had to invent a new webcam and a new IR webcam, made it the smallest IR webcam at now 2.2 millimeters.
Woo.
Thick. So if you compare them next to each other, it's got wider. It takes up more space width. It doesn't matter too much because there's no space up there. But if compared to how sort of tall it is, it's so much smaller.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I suppose that's one of the main ways you've managed to make the device smaller at the top, especially, is that with new technology. I know you did it similar to the Folio with getting the new motherboards and all that sort of stuff. So this is kind of advancing technology even more within the 15-inch sector.
Yeah, I mean, like one of HP's biggest mottos is reinventing. So we've reinvented it. We reinvented something that was already really nice and really great, and just reinvented it even smaller to make it even better. So it's even great in that sense as well. And these images always blow my mind a little bit because there's the back. What back one is like the 2019 edition. The front one is the 2020 edition. So the idea that we've got a 15-inch in there still makes it ridiculous. It's basically a 15-inch and pretty much a 14-inch chassis, really. I would say.
Very nice. I'm very impressed.
Good. I'd like to impress you, Tom. I'd like to impress you. And there's another image. Sorry.
I love technology, like anything tech, whether from gaming to TVs to laptops to whatever it is. Just seeing advancement in technology is always really cool. And this is definitely kind of that next step in the kind of tech and the next generation of tech, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love my technology, and every time something changes, it's just like, what are you going to do next? Really, you're going to run out, surely.
That's always the big question, and you've mentioned it a couple of times. It's like, where is this Spectre going to go next? I honestly can't think of where it's going to go now. But I'm sure the brilliant brains will.
Yeah, they're always reinventing, aren't they? So
Yeah,
we'll never know. Never know. But yeah, again, that 23 millimeters does not sound like a lot, but when you look at it, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So let's talk about that screen. So this screen is being improved. We now offer up to a 4K AMO LED display with a true black HDR. So you get pure blacks in there. So I'll show you the next page. Oh, well, yeah, that's not the next page. The next one's about anti-reflection and Delta E. We also get Delta E, which is all about color calibration. Delta E is perfect for those creative types. So do you know much about color reads, Tom?
not overly. I kind of get the lower the number, the closer it kind of is to real life, but I wouldn't necessarily know the tech behind it.
No, yeah. So it's all about basically. So when you sort of look at, it's all about getting that more accurate color. So when you look at sort of, when you take a picture with an expensive camera, it's taken like it's in real life, and you see it. That's how you expect to see it on your camera, and it looks like that on your camera. But sometimes when you then put it onto a display, if it's not got a great color accuracy, it doesn't look like true light. It just doesn't look true. It doesn't look like it's real, and that means that when you're editing it, you're editing it based on basically not the correct image, and that means that then when you print it off or do whatever you need with it, it might look the same as that you want it to look like. So this just makes it easy for those creative people, keeping that color accuracy right there. Which this picture actually says. I should probably change slides. This is the next slide, but tells you about it, shows you it. It just makes it a lot clearer, and it's better for those people who just need that those nice colors looking perfect.
Well, we've had Fairlight over on Mixer send us across over 100 sparks, and also said it's a really nice looking laptop, and I couldn't agree more, mate. It is stunning with some amazing tech in it as well.
Beautiful dice. Yeah, but every time I keep saying beautiful, it's not because I'm forced to say it. I actually think it's really amazingly looking. Like I'll be buying one. To be fair, I own one of the old Spectres. I'm already thinking like, yeah, do you know what? I need an upgrade. Look at it. That's nice. But going back to the display again, we've also got this feature called the HP Display Control. So yeah, we've got that 4K. I've already mentioned we've got that 4K OLED display. We've got this Delta E, but you don't always want it running at the best. You might be wanting to do certain things. So like if you're photo editing, you need it at the best. So there's different settings if you're maybe watching a movie or video editing. But then if you're browsing the internet, you don't want it all. You don't see every single color in an image when you're reading the Sun Online or something. I don't know. You want to see all the colors, or reading the news online, or browsing the internet, shopping online. You don't want to see everything. So you just drop it down to default, and just so that it doesn't always, you don't always have to see every clear detail. It just looks a bit nicer. So you can pick the mode you're feeling like.
And I suppose if you're kind of streaming or anything like that, depending on your bandwidth, you may not have 4K quality being able to stream over bandwidth, so you might want to reduce that screen for those purposes as well, I guess.
Yeah, so you can see what actually you're going to see on the live stream. Yeah. So, but like I said, we've got that OLED screen. So OLED is always one of those things that I always find to say there's a lot of TV, there's a lot of tech, there's a lot of words behind screens, isn't there? There's a lot of different things called different things, but until you see the difference between them in person, that's when you then see, wow, that actually is amazing.
Yeah, that's that wow factor of seeing the difference.
Yeah. I mean, non-OLED, it's always a mouthful as well. Non-OLED, non-OLED. On the left of this image, on this left, you can see, the picture. It looks pretty sharp, a bit clear, but it's a bit dark, not as vibrant. The colors don't pop at you, but then when you look on with the OLED, it's really sharp and clear. Like the skin color, like you see the line in the middle where it's putting down the middle of the face. Look how more real her face looks. How darker the dark bits that are supposed to be dark on the screen are actually looking like they're dark, and that's the idea behind that perfect black and that OLED with our true black as well. But because of that as well, I mean, Tom, you probably stare at your display quite a lot, don't you?
Probably way too much, to be fair.
Probably way too much. I do, but everyone probably does at the moment, especially at the moment. Probably everyone does at the moment. With OLED technology as well, it means that we can actually reduce that harmful blue light that affects your sleep patterns in your eyes. So it automatically does that, and we've got that filter bit added in as well, so it strips it out and tries and reduces that, because obviously you can do it on the computer by adding that yellow filter in, but this helps it on top of that as well, just to give you that better sleep option.
Yes. We all need that at the moment.
All need that better sleep. One of the cool features, because obviously I mentioned already this about the anti-reflection. I've already mentioned about anti-reflection, and this just shows off just how much that anti-reflection is different when you have that anti-reflection glass and don't have that anti-reflection glass. As you can see, you can't see yourself in it. You can see more of that desktop, and it just looks a lot better by reflecting that light. We've also added in anti-fingerprint glass as well, so it's a nice little coating.
Ooh.
Because I don't know about you,
for a touchscreen.
I don't know about you, Tom. Yeah, I'm gonna say if you don't know about you, Tom, but you have a touchscreen. If it's your laptop, or even if it's your mobile phone, I hate it when I can see my fingerprints on it.
Yeah, I'm constantly like wiping down my screen just so it looks pristine. So then I use it again. And I was like, oh, there's fingerprints all over it again.
Yeah. 10 seconds later, you're pressing on it. Oh, God,
yeah.
Just cleaned it off. Yeah. But what we've done with this coating is that you do that and they won't show up.
Awesome.
You put in a building so you can't see them. So it means you never have those loads of fingerprints on top of the reflection, so you can always see the screen perfectly. No need to clean it as much anymore. Probably still need to clean it because it's still something will still fall on it, which we can't.
You're doing it less. But you're doing it less.
Yeah, doing a lot less.
I had a few comments as well. Another one from Fairlight saying it's really good to be able to reduce the screen resolution. Obviously, going back a few slides, but to obviously cater to what you need to use it for. And Dave Atkins over on Facebook going, I freaking love OLED. Love viewing content in all the different angles, and the black levels are insane. So you're getting some props, mate.
Yeah. I know, OLED is great. It makes it look so much more real as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, from back in the day when you just had HD and all you could see, you could see it would look good then, but now compare HD to it. Wow.
Yeah.
Such a big jump. And then I already mentioned we have that pen. So even the pen has had an upgrade. I mean, we've upgraded the laptop. We're now upgraded the accessory that comes with it. So we've upgraded that pen, which is really important for those creative people who just want to take notes as well. Because my handwriting's bad. So good thing about it is it turns your handwriting into text if it learns it well enough. But this is our new HP rechargeable MPP 2.0 tilt pen. It's a mouthful of a name. So we'll just go with the HP rechargeable pen to shorten it a little bit, because otherwise I'll be here all night just saying that over and over again. What we do with this pen, though, is that we streamlined it a little bit. It looks a bit nicer. It comes in. It does matter. We've got it in two colors. This is the silver one. We do it in a black, dark ash, midnight black version as well. Nightfall black version as well. There's so many colors in my head. So many colors in my head. Nightfall black version as well. But we've improved features on it as well. So we've got that Microsoft Pen Protocol 2.0. which has improved the accuracy of the pen and the ability to draw on your display as well, and use your draw and write on your display. We increased the battery life. So our previous battery life, I believe, was like 7 days, up to 7 days of use. This is now up to 30 days.
30 was that? 30.
30 days, not 7. 30
Very
now.
nice.
So it lasts you a whole month of use. And if you do forget, it has a nice little indicator on the top that now tells you if it's running low, and also when you plugged in charge. And you get the USB-C charger in the box as well. So
that's cool. So you can charge it directly from the laptop as well.
Yes, directly from the laptop. So you can always got power, always got charging, always possible.
Like it.
We've also got, you can also customize the buttons as well. So there's 2 little buttons on there which customize it to do features that you might want to do your own self through our HP pen control. It's magnetic, so it sticks to the device, and it has a pen point accuracy with only 9 grams of pressure. So that means, barely press on it. You can feel you can sketch and shade to your delight, and it'll feel like you've got a real pencil in your hand, which is what you want with this. What you want when you use one of these pens.
Especially if you're taking notes as well, like if you're either a uni student or anything like that, taking notes in lectures, you want that fluidity. You've got to take those notes as well.
Yes, yeah, it's great. And then our last feature is that security feature. So, Tom, have you ever been worried about your security? Have you ever been worried that you might have been hacked, or you might be held to ransom, or if you know anyone who might have done it, actually?
I think.
So if anyone knows anyone,
I think it's always a major concern. Whenever I've spoken to customers before, it's always they're worried that someone's going to gain access to something on their device. So security is always at the kind of the forefront of their mind.
Yeah, it's become a bigger and bigger aspect of life, hasn't it? Because as things get smarter, people get smarter as well. Yeah, and work out how to get on your device as well. So I love these statistics really, because they're really nice. They're really nice statistics, but also scary statistics, if that makes sense. So the idea is that 1 in 10 people have probably had their webcam hacked and probably spied on you. And 79% of US laptop owners are aware of their privacy, so they're actually worried that the webcam can be hacked. And that some video and conferencing tools actually, can be vulnerable because they've been hijacked in the past. So it's always possible. So that's why with HP we've added loads of security features. So first up is this beautiful one, which is the camera kill switch, which actually physically, it's the physical switch on the side of the laptop, and it disconnects your webcam from the computer. So
very handy.
If you turn on your webcam, it disappears. Completely disappears as the video shows you. And what's also good is if you go into your device manager, it actually isn't there once you've turned it off. You can't
so it like physically detaches it, like kind of like light switch type thing.
Yeah, and it just reassures the customers. It reassures the customer that they've actually, so having a switch reassures you that you've turned it off, because you could go and disable it in the settings, but this way, it's there, it's turned off.
Awesome.
Also, because most people forget, it's not just your webcam that you can get hacked. You could have your microphone get hacked as well. So people could be listening to you all the time, whatever your conversations might be. You might be having a deep conversation about really high sensitive stuff. You might be just talking about the weather. You never know, but you don't want people listening.
Sounds like most of my conversations.
Yeah. So we've got a mute mic button, the F12 button, which just press the button and a nice little LED comes on it, and it mutes the mic automatically without having to move on your screen and mute your mic.
Awesome.
And mute it, which I have problems with sometimes when I have when we have conference calls. I'm having calls, but I'm using quite a lot at the moment, and you mute your mic and then you can't remember where you've muted it, or you got because you've got that many mutes. But this one, nice little LED, lets you know it's definitely on. That's all. But we have other security features as well. We have that IR camera built in, so use Windows Hello. We have our fingerprint reader, which is a staple of our staple of our Spectre and MV Rangers. Where you use your fingerprint to unlock your PC using a 3D fingerprint. And then we have this BIOS recovery solution that basically just recovers anything that happens to your BIOS. Any corruption or any damage happens, it automatically detects and recovers it back to its original form factor.
Amazing features.
We've added 2 other little features, the third-party ones, but only little. We've got ExpressVPN, so you can always, nice 30-day trial of that, so you can trial it out. And then we've also got our LastPass password manager as well, where you can, keep track of all your passwords and keep them strong and secure in a nice, secure place as well. Another 30-day trial as well from another third party as well. But that is the Spectre 15-inch SoC. So I've talked about all this, what you can see on the screen right this moment. I've talked about these 4 modes, these 4 wonderful modes, as you can see, that beautiful design, that 90% body to screen ratio for a 15-inch. We've got that up to 10th gen, or up to 10th gen, up to i7 processors built in with that NVIDIA GeForce graphics card. Plenty of connectivity, which I didn't actually mention too much, but it's full of connectivity. Not just ports, but also Wi-Fi 6, which is super fast, and that 4K AMOLED display and all that security features as well. It's a wonderful device, and it just sits at that top. It's amazing when you look at this device. And when you see it in person, you probably take all the air out of your lungs. And
I'm sure it will. So is this available now? Can people buy it online, or is it coming out soon? Or
it's available now. It should be out there right this minute. It starts at about £1,699 upwards, depending on the spec.
Okay.
Upwards. So it is a premium device, so it has that nice premium. But you do get, as you saw, you get quality. It's robust. It looks nice. Shows off the design, and you should be able to buy it anywhere now, all the way up to that beautiful i7 10th gen in there.
So Fairlight from Mixer was asking about price. We've now covered that, which is amazing. And he says he's really enjoying the stream and learning lots too, which is why we're here, mate. It's 100% why we're here. Let you guys know a little bit more about what's going on in the world when it comes to technology, and in this case with HP. And I'm just going to quickly switch back across so we're a little bit bigger, and we can see Lawrence is still rather pixelated. But hopefully you guys can hear him. But Lawrence, that was amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us on stream today. It's one of those devices now that I'm gonna have to speak to the boss and be like, so I think I need to have a play around with one of these. So can we get hold of one? But hopefully when we kind of start doing face-to-face events again, when the world kind of comes back to some form of normal, we can hopefully get a little bit more hands-on at future events, depending on what we're doing. So I very much look forward to that. But it has looked like we have reached time. I'm just going to have a quick flick through chat, see if we've missed anything. No, I think we are all good. Obviously, Fairlight asking about price and saying he's enjoying the stream, so we are all good there. But yeah,
Yes.
Lawrence, I want to say a massive thank you for joining us tonight and taking us through all those bits and pieces. It's hugely appreciated. I'm looking forward to seeing the device.
Yes, yes, and no worries. Thank you for having me, Tom. It was great experience.
More
I
than
love being
welcome,
on
mate.
these streams. So always good, always
We
good.
will definitely get you back in the future. I'm sure you'll have a few more devices to talk about at some point. So we will
And
definitely get you back on.
hopefully not as pixelated next time,
Hopefully
maybe.
not. You never know.
Fingers crossed.
It
Fingers
could be
crossed.
my connection. So it's hopefully we'll all be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us. And until next week, we will see you then. Cheers, guys. Bye.